A bad day for the Houston Astros against the Detroit Tigers. Stros starter Lance McCullers Jr. had his fourth straight bad outing, went 5 innings, allowed 5 runs on 8 hits, walked 4 batters in this one. McCullers started the season not allowing more than 3 runs in 13 out of his first 15 starts. But since the beginning of July, he's allowed 4 or more runs in 4 starts. Dylan, do you think it's time for the Stros to be worried about him?
Yeah, I do. He's such a good pitcher with a lot of talent. We saw that all first half and certainly getting out of the gates of this Major League season. But this happens with young pitchers. Sometimes you hit the doldrums in the middle of the season, those dog days of August approaching rapidly after the deadline tomorrow. And guys break down. Guys start to say, man, I don't know if I really have ever felt this much strain on my shoulder. He's dealt with injuries this year already.
Absolutely.
Come back off the DL. Ever since he came back off the DL, just has not really looked sharp. And I think that's why we're starting to hear a lot more momentum with the Astros adding a starting pitcher. I'm starting to hear, some connecting of them to Lance Lynn from the Cardinals. I can understand why they would want to add Lance Lynn. I thought all along they should be adding a pitcher, especially with the Keuchel injury. I know he recently came back, but only pitched a couple innings.
3
They're
innings.
kind of easing him back in, had that high pitch count. Who's after Dallas Keuchel? And you don't exactly know what you're getting from Dallas Keuchel. He missed a lot of time. Is he going to be that 9-0 guy that started the year? Is he going to kind of have a little rust on him? And then after Dallas Keuchel, there's a lot of questions, especially with the way McCullers has pitched and been so ineffective. So I think they're going to add a piece, whether that's Lance Lynn or someone else. They get into talks with some of these other guys like Sonny Gray or Samardzija, some of these other players. I would be worried, especially because he's such a young pitcher that's kind of getting toward uncharted territory.
Yeah, McCullers is supposed to be your number 2 guy, and he's going in the wrong direction. Right. Started great, but seems to tail off right now. As we move into August, you want your pitchers to be in a groove, and it certainly seems like McCullers is not. So the Astros, we know they're going to the playoffs. They have the AL West in the bag, but how far can they get? You need McCullers pitching well for them to make a deep postseason run.